Good morning, everyone. And guess what?
Welcome to Togo.
Woo, I think this is our 42nd country in the van. And, well, I don't know, like our 10th, 11th country in Africa. But let's go explore Togo. We have been through a ton of borders, and I have never been pressed for money more at any border than we were right here.
And not from the officials.
Not any from the officials, zero from the officials. But whenever you came into the city, there was a guy on a motorcycle who said, follow me, follow me. And to be fair, the directions on the Google were not correct to get to where we had to stop our carnet de passage out. And so we followed the motorcycle to where we're going, and these guys basically swarmed us asking for money, wanting to take us through the process. And it was spread out and very confusing. And so we had a gentleman who called himself Blessing, and which in Ghana it's common to have a name like Wisdom or Blessing or Destiny or what have you. But anyway, his name was Blessing, and he was our quote-unquote fixer. Now, we generally don't use fixers at the border, and I can't say we didn't use one, but we didn't want to. But he carried us along through the process. And
He was nice.
Which was nice, and he was cool, but he was trying to hustle us. They were all trying to hustle us the whole way. Money changers, and we ended up negotiating a very good deal with money. I think they were just pushing the hustle down the road. In any event, when we would get to the next standpoint where it was time to get our migration paperwork stamp or customs, they were like 500, give us 500, give us some money here. And I would be like, for what? For what? And they wanted to take the money. They wanted to take the documents and give it to the people. And I said, no, I'll talk to the officer. Long story short, we never gave any money. We always spoke when we got to the officer directly to them. And when we were finished, we let through. So we did pay. We paid zero bribes. But when we got to the Togo side, even though Blessing was still with us, another fixer, now this guy had a badge on, and he just starts filling out our paperwork for migration. And so the whole time he's like, money, 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 money. And I was like, wait, hold on, we'll talk to the officer. And so I don't think he was an official for the border. I'm not really sure, but he didn't stop asking for money. Now, I will tell you, after we were done with the paperwork, I did give that guy a small amount, a couple dollars, for helping with the paperwork. And I did tip Blessing for helping us through the process, because at the end of the day, he was a big help. And, well, he did make the process easier. So, we made it through. It was a jumbled mess. Didn't take long. Thank you, Blessing, for helping us out. We do appreciate it. And we wish you all the best. And now we're in Togo. So,
Let's go.
let's go.
Let's go, Togo. The original plan for Togo was to just drive straight through. It's a very small country, especially down here along the coastline. I think you could probably drive all the way through it in about 2 hours. But all of our e-visas, you have to put dates on them when you think you're going to enter the country, and you have to do your best to guess. Because the date you put is the date you can't enter before that. And we messed up a little bit on our next country of Benin. So we were forced to stay in Togo for 2 nights before our e-visa is activated and we can go into Benin. So we stayed at this nice little hotel down on the beach. And these cute little round buildings, 2 stories. The kiddies were having a blast running up and down the stairs. Came with breakfast. Just a nice little relaxing thing. Not a bad deal to have to stop and rest for 2 days. But we got up this morning, we are back on the road, and we are headed to the border. But Togo, I think, should have been a one-day thing. It doesn't seem like a place we would want to explore. I don't know if sketchy's the right word, and I know we were close to the border in the big city, so I don't want to give it a bad rap. But there's really not much we cared to see here, so we are moving on to Benin.
Well, we got a couple things going on anyway, and first of all, we're tired. I mean, we've been trekking through this, and you guys know all the issues that we've had along the way, and we're tired. We're tired. We're as tired as we've been on the journey, and it's hot in Africa, and I'm not complaining, but I'm just stating a fact that since we've been here, like, never gets below 90 degrees, and at night it's staying above 85 degrees. So it's just hot and it's just hard. And you might be wondering, you know, we have a couple days, why didn't we get out and explore more? Another thing is we have discovered we have an oil leak from somewhere in the engine, and I have not been able to isolate where exactly it is, but it's significant enough where we need to have it looked at. And to be honest with you, in a long strain of worrying about this and worrying about that, it's something that's just playing on my mind, and probably has to do with some of the fatigue that I and we are feeling. And the last thing I'll say is that also, I think this heat with Snow's heart condition has an added element of fatigue for her. And so as we go through this next piece, we still have to beat rainy season. We still have some of the hardest terrain ahead. We're not really in the mood right now to explore. We're in the mood to get things fixed. We're in the mood to get rested up. We're in the mood to plan for our next move through what is going to be some of the roughest parts of this journey.
So we head to Benin. We have another hotel there where we have booked for 3 nights, where we'll be able to rest a little bit more, check on the van, and we also still need to get our visa for Nigeria, which is like Ghana, one of the most difficult to get along the road through here. So we're headed to Benin for some logistics. But first we gotta cross another border to get there, and we're almost to that border.
For the barrier.
Into the roundabout on the right. So this must be the barrier. Here they come.
Take the next right, then you will arrive at your destination.
Must be right here somewhere. This is the carne, so I bet it's this building right there.
You have the passport?
Yeah, it's in there.
Yours?
No, mine's right here. Do you think you need it? CDP? I guess he wants you to park in the roundabout. I'll be here if I have to go.
Alright, we gotta go in here for migration. So, this is where we're gonna get stamped.
Maybe we do both here? Just gotta turn right. Turn this way.
Contrast with the other part.
Alright. shops. And
I already like Benin more.
I do too. Super easy border, leaving Togo, going into Benin. Huge contrast from yesterday or the day before when we crossed into Togo and everyone was trying to get money from us and just felt a little sketchy.
That was super easy.
Super smooth. It was efficient. I mean, it's not like it was
30 places to go.
Yeah, they did their job. I mean, they checked all our documents, they did all their questioning, but it just happened smooth and fast, and we are out of there. So it's official, Kurt. What are you going to tell them?
Welcome to Benin, and honestly, well, the mood this morning was gray and dreary, and that process put a smile on my face and warmed my heart. And yeah, we got a couple hours to go before we get to our hotel, and we got to find a shop, and we got to try to get our Nigerian visa. So we got work to do.
Yeah, we're headed to the capital of Benin, which is what, Kuntano? Kuntano. So we'll put it on the screen. But let's go for a ride, guys. 2 hours to our hotel. Well, we've come through some small villages, and we've just been waved over by the police, and they tell us that we were speeding. So they seem very kind and nice. It seems official. Kurt has gotten out to see what's going on. So let's see what happens here.
Alright, so I was going 68 kilometers in a 60, which shame on me, I didn't even see the signs. I didn't know I was speeding. And a lot of people along here don't know they're speeding because there's a lot of people getting pulled over. But I didn't see anybody else come into the room and get the ticket and get paid. So I don't know what the deal is, but I guess I was speeding. I can't confirm whether I was or wasn't, but that is the first ticket I have received in 6 years of travel. So there you go.
First speeding ticket. Yeah, we got a ticket for no light. A corrupt ticket for no light in Argentina.
Oh, yeah.
That doesn't count, though. Anyway, so what, 10,000 West African francs? So that's 16 US dollars? Is that what it was, Kurt?
It was 10,000, so whatever that comes out to be.
16 US dollars.
Yeah.
Took about 15 minutes, and we're back on the road. We have been in Benin for about an hour and a half now, and we have some first impressions. Mine is, Well, first we have to tell y'all what just happened. We should have filmed it, but we didn't.
I hit the dash cam. Maybe you'll see it scurrying around.
Yeah. So I looked back, and there was something all over the couch cushion. And at first, which would have been a first that this would happen, I thought maybe G had peed on the couch because it was like this yellow liquid everywhere. So I get up to go back there and start cleaning it, and it is sticky. And then I realized that it is dripping down from the kitchen cabinet. And apparently, going over one of these speed bumps, we jostled the maple syrup loose. It fell over and hit the cabinet just right where the lid popped off, and all of the maple syrup drained out of the cabinet and onto our couch and our pillows.
Yeah, and who knows what's in the cabinet, because I don't even think we've addressed that. We addressed the main parts, but it's sticky and it's a mess. Hopefully we can get our couch cushion clean.
Yeah, it's a mess.
We'll have to see.
Van life problems. When you hit bumps, things in the kitchen can jostle around.
But I have one.
What?
Well, since we got the speeding ticket, you guys probably know me, that stuff kind of gnaws at me. Because I didn't realize I was over the speed limit, but I didn't even know what the speed limit was. So I'm like, I haven't seen a sign since we've been in Benin. So I'm looking and looking and looking, and we've traveled about 60 or 70 kilometers. And I think there's maybe been 4 or 5 signs, so not very many. So I was joking with Snow that this country has got like one radar gun for 10 speed limit signs in the country. But it was kind of like a radar trap, which they are. So that was like one of the rare speed limits, dropping it down, I guess, from 80 to 60. And anyway, you guys know the rest of the story, but I just find it ironic that they have almost no speed limit signs in this country.
We're going to hear about this for a long time to
come, guys.
Just bear with it. It's part of Curt's personality. He can't stand it.
Can't let it go.
Another thing is the clothes have changed. Not so much necessarily for the women, except for they do all seem to wear like a wrap style dress here. But for the men, they wear matching shirts and pantsuits in really bright, vibrant colors and designs.
I call them Joker suits because if you ever see like the Joker, how he's got like the green suit and he's real lean and
yeah. So that's interesting. And then Curt was really intrigued with we found irrigation.
Yeah, a lot of, well, early on, well, that's what we were looking at when I got my speeding ticket, but
I told y'all.
There was, and we really hadn't seen much of this at all, and certainly not at this scale, where there was field after field where they had kind of like permanent irrigation lines. Looked like they had a valve system with little bubblers that would spray up, and there was a lot of hand work going on in the fields, and it looked like your basic vegetables of like carrots, onions, and that type of thing. But they were out there working in the fields and they were irrigating.
Yeah, irrigation. So those are our first impressions. Not enough speed limit signs. The men wear bright colored outfits and irrigation. I'm sure we'll have more. But he had a carload of pineapples. Did you see that?
No.
I mean, the
Kundara and IE1.
There's one. We'll see you later. Donald. His name's Donald. I have dropped the van off at the shop and they are taking a look at it. I believe they're going to pull the turbo off. As I told you guys, we have a bit of an oil leak, and so we definitely want to get the bottom of that. And we're also going to have our brakes looked at. They have been squeaky for a while. We had them checked, but they're still squeaking like a whistle, and it's just annoying, so we're going to have them take a look at that. But right now, we are headed over to the Nigerian embassy to get our Nigerian visa. So that should be the last challenging visa we have to get for a while. So we'll see how that goes, but we're on the way. Oh, and meet our driver, Donald.
Still got the microphone?
Yeah, but I don't have it on.
Welcome back. Thank
Look
you.
who there! Look at her! Thank you. I think you live here.
You guys met Donald, our driver that took us over to the Nigerian embassy. And we had heard that would be one of our most difficult, but it went quite smooth, and we actually left with our visa for Nigeria on that same day. Headed back to the hotel with our driver because the van is still in the shop. I'm not even sure if we told you it's in the shop, but it is. It is getting the brakes checked out for the squeak and that oil leak. Now, Kurt has been communicating with the mechanic. He found the leak. I'll let him tell you all that technical stuff. But the good news is we've been here 2 nights, and the original schedule was to check out in the morning, and everything is going according to plan because the mechanic just called and said we can come get our car.
Yeah, fortunately, we've been holed up in a really nice hotel. I think this is probably qualifies as the nicest hotel we've stayed in Africa. It's a small boutique hotel, and they have a really nice restaurant, and we've had some really good food, and I think Snow has enjoyed it even more than I have. And the cats have enjoyed it as well. We have a little balcony.
A big balcony.
A big balcony,
Yeah.
and all that. But as Snow said, they called, messaged, and said the vehicle was fixed. Now, to be fair, I talked to them. I didn't film it, but I did talk to them. They are going to change out the front brakes, and I believe they're going to grind down the rotors or whatever they do to sort of clean up the surface on that. And then they did drop, and I believe I told you this, they did completely pull the turbocharger out. There's sort of a little valve or a gasket between the two, and they said it was leaking there. They pulled the turbocharger completely off, and they put it back together, and they messaged me. They say it's fixed. Boy, guys, this has been an ongoing saga like no other.
This is the 5th mechanic to touch that turbo.
So we are going to bring the camera. We're going to take you along.
Yeah.
We're going to show the mechanic. These guys are Lebanese and have been really, really, really cool. And so hopefully the work is good. That's the main thing right now, guys.
Let's go get our van.
So guys, we're about to go pick up the van, but I just wanted to tell you something real quick before we leave. The girl at the front desk has been absolutely amazing today. Well, not today. She's been amazing the whole time. Very, very friendly. She speaks English very well, which is a big help to us. She's always got a smile on her face, very helpful, and we have really just appreciated her while we stayed here for sure. So. Can you tell everybody what your name is?
Shamsiat.
Shamsiat.
Yeah.
So nice to meet you. You've been amazing. Thank you so incredibly much.
It was
really
a
appreciate it.
pleasure.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. Miwa Benin. Benin Vivi.
You're awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you.
It was a pleasure.
All right, guys, this is the place. And I think it's done. Hello. How are you doing today?
Good, and you?
Everything okay?
Good, yeah. How are you?
It's good, 100%? All right, 2 thumbs up.
Hello.
I'll take 2 thumbs up. Can we pop the hood? Everything is put back together. Let's hope this is the last time we have to mess with that turbo for a while.
Forever?
Forever. We'll see. It's still hot. Woo!
Good.
Did you take it for a test drive?
For what?
Who took it for a drive? Did you take it for? How did it run?
Yes, we tried.
It runs good.
Yes, of course.
So it was just that seal between the
Yes,
turbo.
I will show you.
Okay,
Exactly
I'm sorry.
what you mean like that. No, don't worry. And we clean all. You can see right now you have nothing.
No oil. So if I see
No
oil,
No, nothing.
nothing.
Never. Never. And I will show you when I take it, when I...
Was it hard to get off?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, that
Big
thing's a
work.
bitch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a big job, yes.
Yeah, it's a big job.
Car you can listen
Hear,
the sound. Yeah. Because I think before it's like a little bit, it's up, like whoa.
Okay.
Right now it's nothing.
It's perfect.
Because we change, it's like we change all the joint and we put like on a decal, we say call silicone
Silicone
maybe
on the gaskets, like a gasket,
Yes.
like.
And like I will show you. And right now it's like a little bit videos for that. This the turbo.
Yeah, I know that piece right there.
When I take it all, you will see. The sound is very up.
Yeah.
Because I see the exhaust.
Yeah.
You can see it's like black here, black here, black here.
Okay.
Because
The leak.
smoke,
Yeah.
smoking and like that. But right now you can listen. It's very calm.
All right, guys. This is the moment we've been waiting for. I'm told 100%.
Thank you.
These are the superstars right here. Thank you guys. Really appreciate it. All right, take care. Okay.
Watch up here.
All right. I'm good. Here your way.
Yep.
Take the next right, then turn left.
I'm turning left and then right. I'm gonna go here. I blow my horn when I go by the shop. I told those guys I'd come back by.
In 400
It's right
meters,
here.
slight right
Oh,
onto Route
mechanical.
390.
Lay mechanical.
We are back in the van. The mechanics were awesome. The van ran good. We did a little circle around the block before we waved goodbye to them for good. Then we got to our hotel, and I don't think we told you what a tight fit we are here. Parking this thing at hotels is always an issue, and I emailed ahead of time and told them that we needed to fit this beast in here, and they said we could. It is tight, and it's a team effort, but everybody here at the hotel and the neighbors across the street helped. We've got it parked. Tonight we load it up. Tomorrow we head to Nigeria. That's where we're winding this video down, guys. Hopefully, 5th time is the charm.
Back
This
in
baby's
the
ready.
back in the
Back in
van
the
tomorrow and on our way to Nigeria.
See you in a few days.
Cheers, guys.
If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you guys know when we put out new videos. And don't forget, you can always follow us over on Instagram to see what's going on in between videos. Cheers, guys.